Yo, what's up everyone? It's Theo here and we're back at it again with another video. And in today's video, I want to talk about what money can't buy and then what money can buy. And let's just dive right into it. So there are a few things that come to mind when we talk about what money cannot buy and what money can buy. And there's a distinction here, right? Money cannot buy you morals, right? Money cannot buy you integrity. Money cannot buy you respect. Money cannot buy you friendship. Money cannot buy you love. These are a few things that money just can't buy. Understand this. If you think you can buy loyalty, you're sadly mistaken. You see, when you try to buy loyalty, we call that mercenaries. You're going to buy mercenaries. Mercenaries are loyal to the money. Right? You can buy mercenaries, but you cannot buy loyalty. You cannot buy friendship. If you think you can buy friends, you're sadly mistaken. Money cannot buy friendship, but it can buy you an entourage. And finally, money cannot buy you love, right? No, it cannot buy you love, fellas, ladies. That's called prostitution. You can't buy love, right? You can't buy integrity. You see what I'm saying? That's called transactional. That's a transactional relationship. The tit for tat. Now, with that being said, money cannot buy you health. Money cannot buy you respect from your peers. But pretty much money can buy anything else outside of those things, right? On an earthly plane, money can buy you things within a three-dimensional space-time, in a three-dimensional space-time plane. That's what money can buy. It can buy all things within the physical reality. It can even buy weird things like cat heads. I know people don't think about stuff like that, but they have a black market for a reason. Dark web for a reason, right? So on some level, you can buy a lot of dark shit. You can buy dark stuff. You can buy stuff on the actual market. But you can buy virtually anything on the physical earthly plane. Now, psychology is a bit different. You see, to get wisdom, you can't buy wisdom. Wisdom comes with pain and insight, right? Pain because anyone can connect. Everyone relates to the darkness, but not everyone relates to the light. What do I mean? Not everyone knows what the pain of fire feels like, right? Not everyone knows until you experience it. But once you know, right? Once you get burned, that's a universal thing. In fact, once someone watches you get burned, they feel it for you. And they're not going to want to do that. So everyone relates to the darkness. But when it comes down to the light, not everyone has seen the light. Not everyone has been exposed to the light. Not everyone is aware. Right? So with that being said, we have to understand that money cannot buy you wisdom. And money cannot buy you a spirit. You can't. You see, we are spiritual beings having a human experience, multidimensional beings having a finite experience. And once we understand this, we'll then realize that money is an illusion. The real currency is your character. The real currency is your morality. The real currency is your integrity. Now, this isn't to say that money isn't useful where it's useful at. This is why the Bible states that people drink to forget about their problems. People party to have a good time. But money's the answer to all things. And in my last video, I mentioned how a lot of arguments will be like isn't it easier for a camel to fit through an eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to get into heaven? Absolutely. But the thing is, right, that is talking about attachment, guys. That is talking about attachment. The love of money is the root of all evil. They'll say the love of money. They don't say money is the root of all evil. They say the love of money. Don't love money. You should love people. And then you should use money. But most people nowadays love money and use people. You shouldn't do that. It should be in reverse. Money isn't the end all be all, but understand this. Poverty cannot buy anything. And when you understand that there's a difference between ego and spirit, ego is about edging God out, edging goodness out, right? Ego is about separation. divide and conquer. As a spirit, it's about bringing people together, to integrate, right? And making connections. Spirituality is about alignment, right? Spirituality is about alignment. It's about synchronicity, right? It is about symmetry, sacred symmetry. And once we understand that there's a difference between spirit and ego, then we can make a distinction between what is real and what isn't real. What will bring us fulfillment and what will not bring us fulfillment. What will bring you fulfillment? Community, a sense of purpose, and having a refined self-image. Because your self-image is the key to your true potential. And once you understand that and you get a clear vision in your mind and you get emotionally involved with that image and you act on it, right? It's the feedback from the action that will help you refine your image. Because the thing is, learning is when you get consciously involved with an idea. You get emotionally involved with that idea and then you act on the result. And it's the feedback from the result that is the learning experience. But it is no measure of good health to be it is no measure of good health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. Meaning, just because most people are delusional doesn't mean you have to be. What do I mean? What I mean by most people being delusional, I'm not talking about most people think that the CIA is beaming thoughts into their consciousness and making them think things they don't want to think. That is bizarre. And because it's bizarre, it's actually noticeable. The kind of delusion I'm talking about is similar to how water cannot see Fish cannot see the water. Humans cannot see oxygen. And just like that, ignorant people cannot see enlightenment. It is transparent to them. It is invisible. And we have to understand that it takes us to break ourselves. We have to portray ourselves. I know that sounds crazy, but what I mean by that is you have to get rid of conventional thinking and start thinking outside of the box. If you think like everyone else, you're going to get what everyone else got. If you do what everyone else is doing, you're going to get what everyone else is getting. This is why you follow the path that has been least traveled. Because when you follow the path that has been least traveled, you will see things that only the minority of people will get to see. But you have to open your mind. You have to get rid of all preconceived notions and all assumptions and realize that the universe operates by law, not by chance or luck. See, chance and luck are what we give known effects to unknown causes. When people say, oh, that guy's lucky, they see the effect, but they don't know how it started. And that's what they call luck. I'm not lucky. I'm prepared. Right? I'm not lucky. I'm prepared. They say luck is when preparation meets opportunity. I'm not lucky. I'm prepared. I got the Carfax, baby. I know what the rich do. I know what the poor do. I know what the middle class do. Shout out to Robert Kiyosaki. I know exactly. If you show me guess what? I can tell you this right now. I don't even have to look at your bank statement to know who you're working for, who you're marketing for. I don't even have to. Because based upon your mindset, that tells me everything I need to know. Your mindset is a mirror and a teacher. I am a mirror and a teacher. You are a mirror and a teacher. We are reflections of each other. But the thing is, your perception of me is nothing but a reflection of you. And my response to you is an awareness of myself, meaning that I am not who I think I am. I am not who you think I am. I am who I think you think I am. Right? And the thing is, if I'm going to be free, I got to be me. Not the me I think my mom and dad think I should be. Not the me I think my girlfriend thinks I should be. And definitely not the me that I think you think I should be. If I'm going to be free, I got to be me. But first, I got to know who me is. Temet no si, my friends. Know thyself. You got to know who you are first. And if you don't even know who you are, why would you expect other people to follow you? If you follow a bunch of lost people, what do you think that'll take you? So with that being said, a king has a sense of direction. And once a king loses his sense of direction, he then turns into a servant. We have to understand that dominance is psychological, not physical. So forget about the money, chase the impact. I started a business not for the money, for the impact. I'm trying to make a difference. And if it means I got to pour all my money into it, if it means I got to pour all my time, energy, and attention into it, by all means, I'm not stopping. And no one's going to make me stop. Because that's what free will is about. That's what free will is about. You see, I exceeded my biology by choosing to have a better life. I exceeded my programming by choosing to go out and live and challenge my paradigm and question my paradigm. Because you cannot change your paradigm until you question your paradigm. And once your paradigm is shifted, everything shifts for you. You don't see things the same anymore. You just don't. It's the blind leading the blind out there. And in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. With that being said, you guys, I won't take too much of your time. But with that being said, of all things I want you to take from this today is that money cannot buy everything, but poverty can't buy you shit. And with that being said, you guys, y'all have a phenomenal day. I love you. Peace.